Well, it seems like these days everything is about AI and putting it to good use. But when it comes to metal detecting, how can we use AI for our advantage? I'm not going to send some robot off into a field to metal detect for me, because that would defeat the object of getting out in the fresh air and doing some exercise and the thrill of finding the coin or the artifact, rather than a robot doing it all for us. But we can use AI for metal detecting, and today I'm going to show you how to do that. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised, and stay tuned, because this video I think is going to help you a lot with your metal detecting adventures. Here we go. So there's all kinds of different AI tools that you can use that are available, and each one does something a little bit different. What I'm going to be using today is one by Google called NotebookLM. If you've not heard about it, check it out. It's a really interesting and really useful AI platform. And that's because it allows you to input the sources that you want it to use to give you the result that you're looking for. I'll explain. Let's go to it and find out what it's all about. So this right here is the NotebookLM app. You can also use it like on a browser. Just open it up. I'll put the link in the description. So I'm going to press on the app, and I already have some notes, is what they're called, in here about different research that I'm doing for videos and other things that interest me. I'm going to go to the one that I have marked Xterra Elite Settings. So we're going to open that up. Just give it a moment to repopulate. And we're going to go to the sources. And you'll see here that I have a bunch of sources that I've already put into the NotebookLM app, so that now I can use these sources together with a prompt to get a question answered, or find out the best settings for my detector. If I was to put in some books or articles on the area where I am, I could do some research about maybe where would be some good places to detect, and so on and so on. But today what we're going to do is look at how we can use AI to give us the correct settings for our metal detector. So let me show you first how to add sources to the NotebookLM app. So you can see that some of the sources are articles, some are videos, and some are websites. I want to add another video from YouTube, and it's actually one of my own videos. So I'm going to go to the YouTube app. I already have the video pulled up. It's this one over here, How to Xterra Next Level Detecting. I'm going to press on the three dots there. I'm going to press share. I'm going to copy the link, and then I'm going to return to the NotebookLM app. Once I'm there, I press add source. I choose the source, which it is. In this case, it's a YouTube video, so I press on that. Then I'm just going to tap here to paste the URL and add. It'll take a few moments, and the video is now right there. It's number 3 on the list. So the trick here is to use the best sources possible for what you're wanting to ask the AI to do. So since we're talking about setting the detector up with the correct settings for the place and the conditions where we're going to be detecting, you'll notice that I have various videos about that, and I have the MindLab Xterra Elite guide that's online, and different sources that are actually going to add to the AI's ability to decipher or produce the information that we need about the settings for the, in this case, Xterra Elite detector. So the next step is the prompt, and you need to be really specific here. You're going to tell the detector where you want to go detecting, what the conditions are, maybe how the soil is, the weather, the temperature. Just tell it what you're going to look for, coins, artifacts, or if you want to maximize for depth. And then, of course, you're going to be very specific about the settings. You want the ground balance, recovery speed, ion bias, sensitivity, any settings that you can give it or prompt it to give you will make the information that it gives you more specific and more useful to you. So back to the NotebookLM app. We're going to go down to the bottom of the screen. You see it says Sources, Chat, Studio. We're going to press on Chat, and it's going to give us a brief overview of our sources that we put in. And then you can see at the very bottom it says Ask 10 Sources. That's where our prompt goes. So here's a prompt I prepared earlier. Okay, so here it is. And you want to be as specific as you possibly can. I want to metal detect with my MindLab Xterra Elite metal detector. I'm going into the hills around my house in the valley region of the state of Jalisco, Mexico. The soil is still humid from the recent rainy season. There is also quite a bit of mineralization in the soil in my area. I'm looking for old home sites where I might find coins and other artifacts of interest, including iron objects. I'll be using the 12-inch coil on my detector. I want you to give me the optimal settings for the metal detector, including ground balance, sensitivity, ion bias, which is the FE setting, and recovery speed. And I want to maximize depth and use the all metal mode. Okay, so let's let it do its thing, and I'm recording as we go, real time. It's gonna take a few minutes and go through that information. It's really quick, to be honest. See all those sources and the amount of material that it has to analyze. And it should give us a pretty specific idea of how to set up the MindLab Xterra Elite for this kind of detecting situation. Whoops. I lost it. Here we go. So as you can see, there's lots of information. There's a comprehensive request for optimizing your MindLab Xterra Elite settings for deep relic hunting and in challenging ground conditions. And I won't read it all. You can stop the video if you like to go through these particular settings, but it's going to give me recommendations. It's going to explain why it's giving me these settings. You can see here it even tells me which buttons to press, step-by-step configuration procedure. So it's going to tell me exactly how to set that up and the different modes that we're going to use. And it is quite amazing. So now that you have that information, I will go ahead and print it out. I would take it with me when I go detecting. Then when I get to where I'm going to be detecting for the day, whip out the information, set up the detector exactly how the AI is telling me to do so, and give it a try. And maybe I might need to tweak it a little bit from there, but you should be good to go. So I hope you like the video, hope you find it useful. If you have any questions, drop me a note in the comments, let me know. I'll leave you a list of the sources that I used in the description. If you have the Xterra Elite detector, you could use those same sources, maybe even add to it if you find something else that you think will work. If you don't have the Xterra Elite detector, then you're going to have to go and find your own sources for your detector, but you can upload the user manual, you can upload any videos that people have made on YouTube showing settings and so on and so on, and it works. It works fantastic. So give it a try, let me know what you think, and as always, we'll catch you on the next one.